My horse bites the fence and sucks in. 1. What is it called? 2. He is not gaining weight. Is that because he does that? And 3. What can I do?
Okay, number 1, what's it called? Cribbing. I got this one.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so cribbing is, it's what's called a stereotypy, and the definition is seemingly functionless, repetitive behavior. So what falls in here, cribbing, weaving, stall walking, pawing, and not head shaking, let's be clear, but like a head bobbing. Some horses just get in this habit of head bobbing.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. You did it very well.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so we're learning more and more about these. We think we know something, and then it's completely wrong, and then we think we know something else. So her second question was?
He's not gaining weight.
Right. So why do we care about cribbing and the other stereotypies? Because not gaining weight can be part of the problem. If it's just cosmetic, then it's one of those things. I feel like I say this a lot, but just ignore it. Don't look. They do it. They have a reason they do it, and there's something in the environment missing, or something in his life, maybe a stress, and he is resolving this by this cribbing action. And maybe we should go over what that looks like for people who don't know. But they hook their front teeth over a horizontal object like a fence board, and then they arch their neck a little bit, and they pull back and they suck in. And it sometimes sounds like a grunt, and they're pulling in air, and they just keep doing that.
Did you want me to do that one too?
Not really.
I thought that might be.
Yeah.
Thought that might be your answer.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe our videographer will have a video.
Oh. That is probably more likely than
so that's what it looks like.
Me
that's
doing
what it's called. And
what can she do?
Let me answer some more of those. So her horse is losing weight. There can be performance issues because they hook their front teeth over. You can have some dental issues. There is one specific type of colic associated with this. It's called epiploic foramen entrapment. I know.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
we won't spell that one.
No. Well, we will on the screen.
No, that's fair.
Not us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So there are some, if your horse is experiencing health problems, conditions because of cribbing, then certainly something needs to be done. But if not, you might be better off just letting him cope with whatever stress in his life. This is his method of coping.
Okay.
So,
All right.
What was the next one?
What can she do? And so I think close your eyes.
Well, that, and then try to figure out, go through your horse's life with your vet. What could possibly be the problem? So, is he inside too much? If so, turn him out. Does he need to socialize more with other horses? Are you feeding enough hay? Because long stem forage, if they've got something to chew on, they might not feel the need to go do that with their mouth. So there are quite a few lists or steps, checklist that you can run through and say, is this right in my horse's life? Is this right in my horse's life? And maybe you'll find something. There doesn't seem to be, because I know this was a question that you wanted to ask, I'm like a mind reader. Do horses see another horse do this and they pick it up? No.
So this is not contagious?
No, this cribbing is not contagious, and you heard it here first.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
And none of the other ones are either? Weaving, stall walking, head bobbing, not contagious?
No. Wow. There's not mimicry involved.
Busting wives' tails, old wives' tails.
Or husband's tails. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. It could be husband's tails.
That's true. That's true. So on the question of what's it called, I've heard some people say that their horse is a windsucker. Is that the same thing as cribbing? Is that a totally different thing?
It could be. Some parts of the country or the world say windsucking without being...
So it's like soda versus pop.
A little bit. Or
which one are
bag
you?
Versus, I think soda.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or bag versus... I didn't even know the other word. Sack.
Oh,
bag and sack. Yeah. They're without being too vulgar. Windsucking can sometimes refer to a situation that occurs in the back end of the horse.
Oh.
So
it's probably only female horses.
It is only female horses.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you.
What I thought you were going to ask me was wood chewing.
Oh, okay.
Wood chewing is different. It is not considered a stereotypy. And for the most part, wood chewing is a naughty behavior, and it probably is linked to a deficiency in the diet. So make sure the horse is getting all the vitamins, minerals, and probably protein that he needs, and the long stem forage, and that will probably resolve easily. Cribbing is a little bit more complicated and
Okay.
deep-seated,